has moved on.
Oh yes. Okay. I mean, the Arsenal will win trophies this season. In fact, they have no option than to win trophies. So for the Premier League, I've predicted a win for them. Yesterday, they also qualified to the EFL Cup final. They are waiting for the winner of the game between Newcastle.
What's the news of Kotoko and Hazelhoek? They're playing on Sunday.
Yes, no. I mean the following Sunday. I think 15th. Yeah.
Oh, this coming Sunday.
No, this Sunday we are playing Adriana. Kotoko is playing Adriana in the FA Cup.
Okay. It's an FA Cup game. Okay.
Yeah, so the Super Clash will come on after the FA Cup games. Okay. But this week, Kotoko has got a big game as well. Guardiana game is really huge. Yes.
You lost the last game by 3-1. So Kotoko.
Yes.
So they'll lose this one too.
Oh,
and when they lose, their vim will be down.
They will not lose.
When the vim goes down, they beat across the folk.
But you say form guy doesn't matter when it comes to the Super Clash, you know.
Yes, I did. But I'm saying that they're going to be whipped by Hazelhoek.
Oh, but Kotoko will beat Adriana.
It's not possible.
It is not possible. Masa, it is possible.
It's not possible.
It is possible.
And then we football then they can.
On 5 FM. Good morning. Welcome to the Last Sports Center. Steve Zando here to bring you the very latest sports news. This morning, Ghana Football Association President Keto Kreku has been speaking on Ghana's preparation for the World Cup 2026. We'll listen to Keto Kreku, not forgetting some local club issues featuring Asante Kotoko and Accra Hazelhoek. They've got a new managing director. Can you imagine? Before we look at news around the world, but as usual, before we get into the stories, let's acknowledge our sponsors for always coming through to support us. Rush Energy Drink. When you have the extra bit of ambition in your heart, you also need that extra bit of energy to come through, and for that, Rush Energy Drink is the boost you need. Created in the USA and proudly made in Ghana. Thanks to its unique formula, you have the power of ginseng, the benefit of vitamins, and the energy of inositol, taurine, and caffeine. So anytime you feel like taking an energy drink, just grab a bottle of Rush Energy Drink to revitalize you. It's a quality product from Trillium Industrial Limited. For bulk purchase, please call 0322 190 877 0322 190 877. Rush Energy Drink. Stay active and energized. Now to Betway. And Betway is stepping up to give their fans even more back with Betway rewards. Whenever you bet on sports or casino, you will earn points that can be converted into cash. It is that simple and easy. The best part is that you can convert whenever you want and can withdraw the funds or use them to place new bets. No strings attached. So start enjoying a whole new way to get rewarded with Betway only at betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way, not for persons below the age of 18. Betway. Get way more.
I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment.
Let's begin with this story from Morocco because the Royal Moroccan Football Federation has announced its decision to appeal disciplinary sanctions handed down by the Confederation of African Football following last month's chaotic Africa Cup of Nations final. CAF Disciplinary Committee imposed heavy sanctions on Senegal and Morocco were not spared as well. CAF rejected the request to overturn the match result and impose fines totaling $315,000, citing misconduct by players, staff and supporters during the match. Captain Ashraf Hakimi received a 2-match ban, one suspended for a year, while Ismail Sabari was banned for 3 games following an incident involving Senegal goalkeeper Edouard Mendy. In a statement, the Royal Moroccan Football Federation described the sanctions as disproportionate and confirmed it would pursue an appeal to protect its legal rights, pointing in particular to the walk-off and crowd behavior during the final. Now to some Black Star stories, and Ghana will play 4 friendly matches before the 2026 FIFA World Cup to intensify preparation for the tournament. Ghana Football Association President Keto Kreko has announced. Speaking to Kwabena Yeboah on GTV Sports Plus, Okreku revealed that the Black Stars will face high-profile opponents including Austria and Germany and 2 others yet to be confirmed as part of a carefully structured preparation program ahead of the global showpiece in June. The matches are designed to expose the team to elite-level competition and sharpen tactical readiness before Ghana's opening World Cup fixture against Panama on 17th June in Toronto. Here, GFA President Keto Kreko.
We have to be prepared. We have already announced 2 key friendly games, one in Vienna and one in Stuttgart. We intend to do 2 more games, making a total of 4. That should be enough for us. Fortunately, because we were placed in Port 4, we're starting our World Cup campaign on the 17th of June instead of the 11th. So we have time to adjust and to prepare a lot more. And I think that people who know Otto Addo know that he's a workaholic. He doesn't sleep, and he's been working with the backroom staff getting the underway. I am very sure that when the referee whistles for the start of our challenge at the World Cup, we will be ready.
But what are Ghana's chances against the likes of England, Panama and Croatia in Group L? Keto Kreko says the group is very tough, but he has faith in these players who are mature now.
Against England, I see England as like I likened the game against England like a Hassan Kotoko derby. No form guide. It could be anybody's game. England in themselves are even afraid of the fixture because they don't know what to expect. So the most important game for me is a game against Panama. It's a game we have to be on top of our game. So it shows that yes, it is a tough group. We have to be competitive to make it to the next round. What is good for us as a country is that in 2022, Ghana paraded one of the youngest teams in the World Cup. 4 years down the line, all those boys who were 21, 22 are now 25 and 26, a lot more matured. And that will definitely count when we walk onto the pitch again. The sort of mistakes that they made 4 years ago are not likely to be repeated. And that will be good for Ghana. And that's the source of my encouragement that, look, we have kept a chunk of the team. So we're in the right way. The coach has retained some amount of consistency in the team, which is good. And hopefully, when we get everybody fit, which is the biggest challenge, we pray to God that we don't suffer any more injuries. We will be ready to compete.
Now, on the conversation of Edin Ketia and Callum Hudson-Odoi's inclusion in the Black Stars team for the World Cup, Keto Kreko says he leaves that decision to the coach, but insisted he wants players who are committed to the national cause.
So I think that a few weeks ago, I tried to answer this question. And somebody wrote on my page and asked whether I was a head coach.
Okay.
So today I want to answer your question by saying that I'm not the head coach. So I'm better off keeping my mouth shut.
If you were the head coach, what would you do? I'm
not the head coach. And I don't wish to be the head coach of Ghana. But the head coach of Ghana goes through too much stress.
All right. Okay.
So I wouldn't want to answer that question. Right. I will leave that to the head coach. Okay. He decides on which players he selects. Okay. But I want the best players to represent Ghana. I want very committed players, players with the right levels of passion, players who respect Ghana as our country, players who want to die for our country, to put themselves up to be selected by their coach.
You heard the voice of GFA President Keto Kreko in that interview with Kwabena Yeboah on GTV Sports Plus. Still with World Cup related stories, and hundreds of football fans converged at the Sofitel Hotel in Abidjan yesterday to catch a real glimpse of the FIFA World Cup trophy. The iconic prize is on tour of certain parts of the African continent ahead of the 2026 tournament to be staged in USA, Mexico and Canada. The Abidjan stop forms part of FIFA's wider effort to take the World Cup closer to fans across different continents ahead of the expanded 48-team tournament in 2026. The next stop is Egypt. My colleague with Joy Sports, Muftau Nabila, has been following the tour and has shared this feedback.
To behold, a moment of pride for not just the people of Ivory Coast, but for the rest of the continent. One of the exciting moments in this trophy landing in Ivory Coast is the fact that ordinary fans had access to take pictures with the FIFA World Cup trophy. And in fact, some of them were actually telling me that they believe seeing the World Cup trophy at close range inspires you to aim for glory. So they believe that with the FIFA World Cup trophy in the continent, maybe the time is ripe for an African country to finally lay its hands on the FIFA World Cup trophy. So when it arrived at the airport at about 10 o'clock a.m., it was taken all the way up to the president's office, to the vice president's office, and subsequently it was brought to our hotel, which is Sofitel Hotel in Ivory Coast, where fans had an opportunity of taking photos with a trophy.
All right, my colleague with Joy Sports, Muftau Nabila, who is following the World Cup trophy tour. It is currently in Abidjan, that's Côte d'Ivoire, and the next stop is Egypt. Now, one player that Ghana is expected to rely on at the World Cup is Manchester City striker Antoine Semenyo, who has been on red-hot form this season in the English Premier League. In 5 games since joining Man City last month, the 26-year-old has scored 5 goals, but his club, Man City, trails Arsenal by 6 points in the Premier League. Despite their inconsistent form, Antoine Semenyo insists he's not giving up on the EPL title.
Just we've got more games. There's 14 games to go, so I mean we're 6 points behind. It's not the end, so we just need to keep going.
I mean, we've seen you've been an onlooker for it, but in previous seasons, a run of form where you drop points, that has felt like too much. You know, the gap's grown. Have we seen maybe a different Premier League where, like you say, it's only 6 points? You're not the only team dropping points. So of course, with was it 14 to go, there's still all to play for.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, like I said, 14 games to go, so they might lose at the top a couple of games, and we might win, and the dynamic changes. So just have to wait and see.
Ghana's Antoine Semenyo speaking there to some local club issues. Yesterday, Accra Hearts of Oak officially announced the appointment of Mr. Julius Ben Emuna as the club's new managing director, replacing Dalali Anku Adiama. And Mr. Ben Emuna joins Hearts of Oak with vast of experience in football administration, having built a solid reputation within Ghana football over the past decade. Now, his appointment forms part of the club's broader strategy to strengthen its management structure and enhance professionalism across all departments. Prior to his move to Hearts of Oak, Ben Emuna served as Director of Competitions at the Ghana Football Association and also served as GFA Club Licensing Manager. Kwame Opariado speaks for Accra Hearts of Oak, and he's been explaining what we should expect from Julius Ben Emuna as Hearts of Oak Managing Director. He spoke to my colleagues on Asempa FM in Tree.
Julius, the experience in footballer or the bar on board, he speaks a lot. This is somebody that understands football. This is somebody that has studied football. This is somebody that has very high knowledge in the modern practices of football. And he never say, put them back the unbelievable club together with his media background and other causes are why you football. All the best unbelievable club. What it simply says is that it's a positive path. It means that we are looking beyond the stage we find ourselves now. Then the mayor will be able to continue to achieve that preeminent status that we've always been working for.
Kwame Opariado speaks for Accra Hearts of Oak. Now, away from Hearts of Oak to their rivals Asante Kotoko, and the Porcupine Warriors have stepped up preparations for their MTN FA Cup round of 16 encounter against Aduana Football Club this Sunday at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Ahead of the tie, the playing body and the technical team of Asante Kotoko put in a lot of work yesterday as part of preparations for the game. After the Aduana FC game, Kotoko will play their rivals Accra Hearts of Oak in the Ghana Premier League. Safu Duku Esquire speaks for Asante Kotoko, and he's been speaking to Last Post, and he says the Kotoko players have vowed to make amends with Aduana and the Hearts of Oak games.
Yes, it was a painful defeat last Saturday at the Pando Park, and we have taken it in good faith. We believe that on the day our boys failed to glitter, and the assurance that they have vowed to make amends the next league game. Even before that, in the FA Cup, when we come face to face with Aduana Stars on Sunday ahead of the big match on the 15th of February. So definitely they will make amends, but it was a very painful defeat.
Safuduku speaking to Last Pause in that interview to this trending story. And FC Samatex 1996 have suspended Eric Bakwe from his role as first team assistant coach and coach of the youth team. In a statement signed by the management of the club released yesterday, it said the former Asante Kotoko striker has been suspended for insubordination and breach of ethics guiding the club. Bakwe has subsequently been referred to the discipline committee of Samatex 1996 for a hearing. Now, let's talk about the Carabao Cup match that was played last night.
Rice to play it across, and Kai Havertz to send Arsenal to Wembley. The ultimate climax. They clung on, and they pounced at the end. And a one-time Chelsea Blue has cracked it for the Gunners. And Liam Rosenior's master plan, which had legs for so long, is now dust. Arsenal are Wembley bound Mikel Arteta has his way. Arsenal 1-0 on the night and 4-2 on aggregate.
Yeah, Arsenal claimed their place in the Carabao Cup final as Kai Havertz, breakaway goal in stoppage time sealed a 1-0 win over Chelsea at the Emirates 2, and of course, a 40 victory on aggregate at the end of a KG encounter. Substitute Kai Havertz lodged onto Declan Rice's cross before dribbling around Chelsea goalkeeper Robert Sanchez and finishing into an empty net to seal Arsenal's passage to their first cup final since 2020. Here's Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta after the match.
Well, joy, I think happiness, I think all the work that everybody at the club does to take the club, the team, the individuals to the highest level and start to compete for major trophies. At the end, when you have the opportunity to see yourself in Wembley, it gives the right reasons to everything that we do. I would say that. So everybody's obviously so happy and together we're going to try to win it. By far the best moment of the day. When I saw Declan playing that ball and Kane going through it, we were scored now. It was perfect. The reaction of the finishers on the bench, the staff, the crowd, it was a great moment.
It's a good time now to listen to Arsenal manager or Chelsea boss Liam Rossini, who is disappointed they couldn't beat Arsenal last night.
Yeah, in terms of application, intensity, desire to win duels, to run for each other, very proud. Yeah, we came here wanting to win, wanting to go through, and overall we're very disappointed we haven't done. So you have to take into account quality of the opposition, where they're at, and also we had a few late absentees that we weren't planning for. So overall, I can't fault the players in terms of their application and what they put into the game.
The other semi-final will be played tonight between Manchester City and Newcastle United. The first leg ended 2-0 in favour of Man City. Let me take you to Spain because Lamine Yamal was on target and Marcus Rashford had an assist as holders Barcelona held off Albacete to advance into the Copa del Rey semi-finals. Now teenager Lamine Yamal scored his first goal in this season's competition to put his side ahead in the 29th minute in the game. Later today we have two matches coming up in the Spanish Copa del Rey. Deportivo Alaves will be playing Real Sociedad before Valencia take on Athletic Bilbao. Lastly, Fenerbahce claim Al Ittihad are to blame for the collapse of their deal to sign France midfielder N'Golo Kante. The Turkish club said they had fulfilled their part of the transfer end in a deal that involved Morocco striker Youssef En-Nesyri moving into the opposite direction. Fenerbahce added that the medical examinations of the player had been completed and that they had met their obligations completely on time. However, due to the opposing club's incorrect entry of the relevant transfer matching system information, the transaction could not be completed within the transfer registration period, and that is why the deal collapsed. So that will be all for the Last Sports Center, powered by the Last Sports team, brought to you in association with Russian Energy Drink. Stay active and energized. Betway says now, bet now and get way more. We have more news on Facebook at LEV 99.5 FM Extra. Later today at 3:05 p.m. Davido, we are meeting on the Last Sports Blitz Extra. For now, David Akwete, Eugene Osetutu, and Leo Stanley will continue with Love in the Morning after this.
Frustrated with outdated banking experiences? You deserve an app that makes your life easier, not harder. Say hello to the CBG mobile app, your new cool way to handle everything banking. With biometric security, lightning fast mobile money access, and one-touch bill payments, banking has never been this smooth. Stop imagining when you can live a life where your entire banking world is in your pocket, ready whenever you need it. No stress, no fuss. Don't settle for less. Experience a more superior, convenient way of banking today with the CBG mobile app. Banking made cool, fast and secure. Welcome to the good life. CBG. We stand with you.
When you have the extra bit of ambition in your heart, you also need that extra bit of energy to come through. And for that, Rush Energy Drink is the boost you need. Created in the USA and proudly made in Ghana. Thanks to its unique formula, you have the power of ginseng, the benefit of vitamins, and the energy of inositol, taurine, and caffeine. Stay active and energized.
Obi invite me say memra wedding. Na me bedroom here. Me hwe am for dressing. There's more room for improvement. Me say Messi afa me ho me gina ha. Mr. Ultimate mo. Me nya kire wo say wo wura Ultimate Fashions mo. Refrigerando, Kenneth Cole, Max Fendi, Perry Jacob, and member chefs papa bi. Italian shoes, slippers, sandals, khaki, material trousers, office wear. Enye na wo. Enye member nko a wo. Ema die wo. Emmanuel ma ye sheko wedding, party, engagement. Brands from across the world. Ellen Trace, Adriana Papel, Jones New York, Tehari, Casper, any bebre keka ho se mo hia mo ho sa na se mo da ne di sa no mo nda ne di spectacularly said ye be ya enkrofo be hu say oh wodro no edimu wedding gown kolanta de ni nyina wo ultimate fashion omapa wedding no odi comment e ba me ho.
I like your dressing.
Me da say
Abrantie, why you do?
Oh, thank you.
Hey, why for na barabe?
Oh, Debbie, edum here. Come on, say